To be driving at those speeds, so close to each other, it's exceptional. The power is impressive. I mean, how quick they were able to go with those cars. It is part of the legend of Ferrari, but also of Gilles Villeneuve. It makes me emotional to be the driver chosen to be driving this car today.
I have a lot of memory here in Maranello, Fiorano, with Ferrari, and I spent really a good time with Enzo, and also to drive a special car, a Formula One car. It's maybe the best time in Formula One. This car is special for me. Not this car because I was driving for Renault at this time, but you have the big war in Dijon with Gilles.
I've seen quite a lot of fights, and probably the one that comes to my mind and the ones that comes to the mind of most of the people is the fight that Rene and Gilles had in Dijon.
He has a problem with the tires and the brake. I have a problem with the fuel tank, and we have very near to each laps. It was very exciting for the people. He pushed always very hard at the maximum when you see the flag at the finish line.
He was extremely special. I think as a personality he just had something very likable, and people could probably recognize a bit themselves in Gilles, and whenever he was putting the helmet he was a completely different person, an animal, and really pushing the limits of this car.
Gilles was an acrobat driver, always at the maximum. He used the car for 60 laps at the end of the race, 10 laps before the end. He is in very big difficulties with the car because he used the tires very hard, brake, engine and everything. But he adjusts his drive each time, compare the car in what position is it. This is what Gilles.
He left this passion within the team, and he's just a legend.
He don't make a compromise. You love Gilles or you don't love Gilles. But I love Gilles a lot. Today, Charles is one of the best drivers now in the world. I think after one lap, this car is more easy to drive. You have less electronic. I think Charles he understands suddenly what he wants to do with this car.
Quindi adesso sei spento per andare in moto verso l'alto. Un po' benzina, vai.
It was incredible. I mean, obviously it's extremely different to what I'm used to drive normally. But yeah, you can feel much more the vibrations, the sounds. You can play with the car quite a lot also. There wasn't much grip, so I could slide it around and had fun. It's just crazy, and also the gears is something that is quite different to our cars now. It's a bit easier to go from one gear to another, and it's just very tricky to drive. The rear is always moving. You can really feel the danger. Now we've lost a little bit these feelings once in a car. I feel safe, but when you drive these cars, it puts everything back into dimension and shows you how much of a step Formula One has done since those years in terms of safety. Now with our cars, it's all about the smallest details, and here it was all about who is willing to take more risk, I think. At that time it was probably more the bravery that was coming out. I think it is the exact same car of the fight I was talking about in Dijon with Rene, which makes it even more special, and a big thank you to everyone that made it possible. It was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed it.
Bella, bellissima.